Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. We are off on another road trip rendezvous, and we got over here driving at the wheel, Miss Eurasian Becky, and this actually, it's Sunday. What time is it here? It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and on a Sunday, and I am headed to catch an airplane and flying to Boise, Idaho. I think it's safe to say this is my best, or my most, I would say it's my most ambitious road trip to date. Yeah. I did drive that Lotus back from San Jose, California, and that's the longest trip. But I knew that car. So we had sold the car to the customer, and we knew, the condition of the car, and even still, then the alternator died on it. Right. So. But there's check out there's a 3-part road trip series on that where we picked up the Lotus, made it to Colorado Springs, left it with a Porsche dealer there, bought a Porsche 930 Turbo, and made it home, and then flew back for the Lotus after they fixed it.
And stopped in Las Vegas.
Along the way. Yeah. So that was an awesome trip there. But so what I am headed out here today is to get another Z car, and this is so cool because it's we just recently got a 72 240Z in. That was just a couple hours away at most, yes. Right? Yeah. Well, this is an 83 280ZX turbo coupe manual transmission T-top car. It's basically a one-owner car. This car was got from a family member. It was a mother-in-law it was her personal car its whole life, and then it got bought by a family member. And so I am when unfortunately the original owner passed away, and so I'm buying this from the family member. 70,000 mile car. It's cool. It's black in the black and gold package. It's black with the gold pinstripes, the machine wheels with the little gold inlays, T-top car, tan interior. It's classic. It's choice. And I'm driving this car back to Kansas. That's
from where?
Well, Boise, Idaho, some little town outside of Boise, about 20 minutes outside of town.
Just like one more time, from where?
Oh yeah, I know. Don't get me nervous.
Well, I've driven to Idaho myself.
Okay.
Pulling my horse trailer.
Yeah.
Things all the way there, and I know how far that is.
Well, I'm going through the mountains in March. What could go wrong?
Exactly. It's like spot on. Like.
Well, the owner and the representative of the car. The son is doing most of the representation on the car. I've talked to the father who bought the car from the family member, and then the son is helping, kind of facilitate the sale. And but he's been very detailed, very forthcoming on the car. I would not be flying to Idaho to drive a car of this vintage across the country. It's going to be like a 20-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to break it up into 2 days. My plan is I'm actually picking it up tonight. They're going to take me to the garage. I'm going to check it out, pick it up tonight about like 9 o'clock this evening.
Their
right?
Time, yeah.
Yeah, their time. 10 here. Get back to the hotel, try to get some sleep, and then take off in the morning. So I'm going to try to break it into 2 chunks, assuming all goes well. I'm going to try to get from Boise to Laramie, Wyoming tonight, and then from Laramie, Wyoming, I'll be driving back in here to Doodah.
I think that's where I laid over myself. Was
yeah.
It's pretty much exactly halfway, I think.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty much exactly halfway. So the things I know about the car, it's running and driving well with no issues. It has new tires on it, so there's been a lot of conditioning and a lot of stuff done to the car already. It's not like it got pulled out of the garage and hasn't been ran in the last 10 years. This car had consistent use and storage. Even though it was limited mileage, it had consistent maintenance on it, so that's a good thing. I'm so stoked to get in this car. I actually had an 81 or 82 280ZX turbo probably 15 years ago. And it was an automatic, which the first year they were all automatics, and then 82 and 3 you could get a stick. But 83 to me is the unicorn. It's the last year, and there's a lot of 83 only stuff on the car. I know they changed the rear suspension, the differential, the axles. You know, I know the 83s are really rare because I mean it's coming to the end. You know, the 84 brand new Z was coming out in 84, and so the sales were really low. Actually, I need to look up production numbers on that. It's got to be low, but I've been looking for an 83 specifically. I wanted an 83 turbo stick. You know, it's flexible on the colors, whatever looked cool.
What would have been another top color choice?
Oh, I mean, a white one would look really good.
Yeah.
Red, I mean, you know, your typical good colors. Black, red, white, you know, just your typical good sports car colors. No, brown would have been kind of a turn off, you know.
What color was the one we had?
Brown. And most of them, ironically, most of them were brown.
I know, that's kind of
a lot of them were brown. So, but this one is just awesome. The interior looks brand new. It's just a gorgeous car. So, super excited. It's got the digital dash, the talking, the talk box, you know, where your lights are on, you know. It's got all of that feature.
It still talks.
Yeah, no, it does. He sent me, he sent me an audio of it, you know, with the talking and everything. So I am just so excited about it. I got everything packed in my bags for an epic road trip. So stay tuned. This one, I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I'm gonna try to be feel positive about it. I'm gonna.
You have your doubts?
No.
It's an old car. Anything can happen.
Exactly.
You know.
I believe you'll be fine.
Well, good. I'm glad you feel that way.
Well, and I also told you don't call me when.
Don't call. Oh, okay.
Don't call.
You give me the number for AAA.
Yes. I'll be off doing something else.
Oh my goodness. So we're headed to the airport, gonna get dropped off, and so we'll make our way through the airport. Hopefully I don't do something stupid and miss my flight or get delayed. Airports have not been very reliable lately, and then I haven't been the smartest traveler. I know. We don't even talk about that. But yeah, don't go off the time on your ticket. Be sure to upload apps because gates and times change fluidly and frequently.
And if you're flying to Denver, which that is a huge airport,
I know.
and if they change the gate, you could have to go very far.
I did. I ran like a mile something last time. We did a sprint through the airport. But yep. So we'll be hitting the airport, and then we'll touch base with you there, and then let you know how it goes on the layover. So stay tuned.
Good luck.
Thank you. Well, I've arrived at the airport. Becky's dropping me off here. This is kind of weird though, because I have like a pocket full of cash in my pocket, and we watch all of these. What's those ones to catch a thief, smuggler or something like that?
Thing.
I'm like, I'm gonna be going through TSA, and it's in my pocket. It's in an envelope. I'm gonna put it in my little goods box. But you know, I mean. Yeah, but what are they?
When you go through
the little, your personal items
tray
box. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so I'm putting this, so I'm kind of going, I mean, are they going to hassle me about that?
I don't know. I have no idea. This is their first time to go through with a bunch of money. I don't know. We'll find out. Stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah, you might keep your phone on in case I get
make a couple circles.
Yeah, in case I get arrested by TSA or something for smuggling drug money or something. Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, wish me luck. Here I go. See you, babe.
See ya.
Bye. Well, I made it through TSA. They just kind of looked at the envelope of cash, didn't open it or anything. I was kind of surprised. One thing that I kind of forgot about is in my, I have a wallet and I always got business cards and everything, but I always carry a razor blade in my wallet, you know, because I'm always scraping like stickers off of windshields and stuff from auction cars, and so I always carry a razor blade in my wallet. And anyway, going through there, you know, they went through my wallet and found the razor blade, and I was like, ooh. But what's interesting is I always have it in there, and this is like the first time in ever they actually saw that in there. So I was like, because they asked me, do you have anything sharp or anything that could hurt anybody? I'm like, nope. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. So anyway, made it through. All should be Well, just waiting for my flight and grabbing a little quick bite at River City Brewery. They got a branch of it right here in the airport, so gonna grab some dinner right now. Yeah, that was kind of spooky. So they got 50 passengers booked for a 48 seat flight, and I was the fourth section out of 4, but luckily I got in right behind boarding number 3, and then they pulled out the last 2 people. So never wait till the end. You're kind of like a wounded deer at the end. You might get picked off. Well, that went great. Flight was on time. I got from the one gate, it was a little ways, to the next gate, B60 something to B11. But anyway, just pulling up to the gate and they're just starting to board. So perfect timing, on schedule. Well, made it to Boise, Idaho. No flight problems, no delays, no running across the airport, all good. So Brian's picking me up in his truck, and we're headed to go see the car. So I'll be meeting Brian shortly. Well, I've now been in Boise for the first time here in Idaho. Idaho for the first time. So anyway, it's kind of windy out here. I really feel like I walked out of the airport at Kansas, kind of a similar temperature and similar wind level. So just out here waiting for Brian to pick me up and go check out this sea. I'm excited. I'm stoked. Woo-hoo. All right, he said he was in a gray mega cab here. So I'm guessing this must be Brian right here in the Ram. It must be Brian.
Yep.
Hey man, nice truck.
Yeah.
Let me throw my bag in the back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to this Ram right here, this gray one. And I'm like, crap, somebody else is getting in. All right, here it is, everybody. 280ZX Turbo, cold start. Let's check this thing out. Hey, the radio works, that's good. Man. That is awesome. That is incredible.
Take a look.
Man, that is incredible. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's running. Check it out. What do you guys think of this thing? That is so cool. Got the digital dash. Oh man, I'm seeing this thing for the first time and I am loving it. We got the hood opened up. Look at that engine bay. Unbelievable. That is amazing. Look how clean this thing is. That is unreal. Wow. That is phenomenal. Look at that dash. Man, it smells brand new in here. I look at it idled down, perfect. This is going to be one heck of a trip. Here we go.
Lights are on.
Better turn that is so cool. It's got the talking box in it. This is awesome. Well, Brian, this thing is awesome. And here is the gentleman that basically saved this car, right? You got this from your brother-in-law?
Yep.
That is so cool. That thing is just a time capsule. So what all did you guys do to the car when you got it?
Washed it.
Just washed it? Really?
Yeah, we washed it. Washed it in tires.
Washed it in tires. So I'm the test drive dummy.
Yeah.
Emphasis on dummy. That is so cool. Well, you guys, this is going to be quite an adventure. I love finding no cars like this. I think this is my most adventurous adventure because I drove a Lotus back from California a couple months ago, but I knew the car. You know what I mean? And this one here is, but you guys did such a great job I don't think I've ever had any customer just tell me so much about the car, so much videos, so much detail. And so, me flying all the way here to Idaho, I had a lot of faith in you guys. That is awesome. So what is the history on this car?
So the gal that bought the car, her name was Barb.
Uh-huh.
And so Barb and Bob bought the car in '89. They bought it used.
Okay.
And this
What was the miles then? Do you recall?
I want to say it was around 40.
Okay.
40,000.
Uh-huh.
And so she's obviously it's right at 70, so she put 30,000 on it only during summertime, and she passed last year early on. And then her husband, Bob, transferred it over to himself. He got the car out and drove it. November was the last time he drove it, and then he passed.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the story on the car. They've owned it all that time from '89 up until this last year.
Yeah, that's awesome. So they've been basically almost the, sole caretakers of the car in its latter half of its life. That is amazing. Yeah, it's obviously had incredible care. I mean, underneath the car is amazing. I mean, there's not a speck of rust that I saw in this car. And that's just the kicker with these cars. I mean, they're not as bad as the early cars for rusting, but still though, just seems like all these old Japanese cars, rust is definitely prevalent. Well, you guys, I don't want to take too much of your time because you guys, let's see, my time is 11 o'clock and you guys are 10 o'clock. But I appreciate you meeting me up here, since that way you guys I don't have to interrupt your guys' morning and work and everything, and I can get on the road and get a few miles on the road, grab a room, and then enjoy the drive through your guys' estate. So, well, Brian, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Man, I'm super thrilled with the car. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys working with me, and I just cannot wait to get behind the wheel of this car. This is so cool. I'm pulling out. All the guys here, they're checking it out. Guys, this is super cool. This is super cool. It's kind of laid out and dark, so I just now getting in the car, and we'll give you a little more view of it tomorrow. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. Well, I decided to go ahead and fill up tonight. We might be getting into some rain, so want to go ahead and fill up tonight. And then I saw this gas station with the lights, and so I was like, I want to get some shots of this thing under the lights before I'm gonna cry tomorrow if I'm driving this thing in the rain, because this thing is gorgeous. Absolutely unbelievable time capsule. So just wanted to get some shots, do a little walk around, and kind of admire it out in the open. Just look at that thing. How cool is that? I gotta show you something else too. Those guys were so cool and so nice, and they gave me check this out. He gave me a Hot Wheels of the Z, Turbo Z, black and gold. And then he also gave me a whole safety kit. I can't believe this. I have never, in all of my car buying, had a scenario where he made me a travel pack, safety kit, coolant, oil, Rain-X, paper towels. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of speechless, I guess. But man, those T-tops are sweet. I cannot wait to pop the tops. And so I'm gonna go ahead, fuel this thing up, and I'm gonna stay in Boise tonight. So that way, I don't wanna start this adventure out in the dark, in case I have some issue. I don't wanna be stuck on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in the dark. So get a room tonight and then jump in this thing. And I am so stoked to hit the road, get out on the highway. It's the simplest things that amaze me. Check this out. You lift up on the door handle and the lights come on. That is pretty amazing for that year. Made it to my hotel. Actually, this is kind of tough because after driving the car, I was a little bit concerned, you don't want to start a trip or whatever, but this thing absolutely drives fantastic. And what I really want to do is just hit the road and drive all night, but I know that's not smart. So I feel like a kid at Christmas. So this thing's gonna have to sit out here and wait for me till morning. Well, I'm settled in my room and I'm still thinking about the Z. But hey, I just sitting here and kind of looking at the footage that I shot today, and I realized this is going to be a multiple part video. So I got an idea. We're going to make this a real-time video. I'm going to go ahead and upload this same day tonight. I'm going to edit it and upload the video for it to go live tomorrow morning. And so when you're watching this, it is just the next day. So I'll be traveling, but you're going to see the previous day's actual activities. And and then I'll upload tomorrow's adventure that night and upload it. So this is going to be almost a real-time adventure here. So this is part 1. So stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy motoring.